This is me. I'm Kylie, and this is Everyday Ambo. I'm a retired paramedic with over 25 years experience working within the community, and I have a lot of life lessons to share. This is lesson number 2. You can't trust anyone, not even yourself. I'm not going to lie. I know that's a tough one to swallow. We are all biased to believe that there's an us and a them, that the rules apply to divide us between good and bad. Have you ever noticed that you're always in the good crowd? And even if our halo slips off for a second, someone can always figure out how to rewrite the narrative so it's somebody else's fault. There are a billion videos out there about how to spot a liar, holding people under microscopes to expose their guilt, shame and their fear. And there are scams, scam after scam, and everybody is either a scammer or trying to detect a scammer so they don't get scammed. And do we even know what a lie is? It's a deliberate intention to deceive. It's when someone knows the truth but chooses to present something untrue instead. There are 4 common types. There are white lies. These ones are used to avoid hurting feelings and causing unnecessary trouble. There are deceptive lies. These are used to manipulate or mislead someone else for your own personal gain. Then there's omission. These are used to shape a narrative by leaving the key details out and only saying what you want to say. Lastly, there's fabrication. Fabrication is when we completely make up the whole damn story. Lies shape our interactions, creating the stories between us. They are the stories we construct to sell our stories to others. Sometimes they're for self-preservation, and sometimes for self-interested harm. But sometimes life isn't easy, and sometimes we get caught in the crossroads, forced to make quick decisions under pressure. I was once caught in a lie. I was caught off guard, and I gave a white lie when asked by a patient's wife if he was going to be okay. I said yes, he'll be okay, and I immediately realised that that wasn't the case. I didn't want to upset her. I didn't want her to worry. I didn't want to have to support her hard feelings. Unfortunately, the lady's husband then died, and I felt terribly guilty, for I felt responsible for having bolstered her emotional state so they didn't have to manage the truth with her. And then the truth presented itself, and I looked and felt terrible for having misled her. In my position, I was responsible for being honest, and I'd been caught in the lie. The truth was, I couldn't protect her from the truth, and I shouldn't have tried, because ultimately that made the situation harder for both of us. Whether it's the small protective lies we tell others, or the narrative we craft to make sense of our own choices, deception is woven into human nature for a reason. There are benefits to ourselves, to our relationships, and to others. They have the power to bring us closer or to tear us apart completely. With the wise people knowing how to use them like tools in their toolbox, carefully orchestrating them to suit a purpose, working like a social conductor. Self-deception is the most fascinating of all lies. Convincing ourselves that something is fine when we know deep down it isn't, or rationalising decisions we can't fully justify, or rewriting our past to make it easier to live with. It's survival, it's coping, it's something even necessary because we can't cope with the truth. I found out the hard way when a world of trauma beat down on my inner security guard. He used to keep me safe, preventing me from speaking my mind too loudly and keeping me contained so my inner world didn't leak out all over the place and upset everyone. Without my guard, I was like a crazy woman after too much coffee, talking too much and out of control. Everything flowed out of my inner world, out of my mouth and onto the world around me. Unable to lie or keep my thoughts private, I suffered the consequences of my mind spilling out all over other people, exposing the real truth. The real truth was how much truth can anyone handle? How much enlightenment can we tolerate? And how much illusion do we need to maintain to keep everybody from destabilizing? The answer is as much as our resilience allows in the time, given the context. And the most hardy will grow despite the adversities and liberate the rest. That's the hard truth I learned. If you like this video and you think you can handle more, hit subscribe and make sure you don't miss out on my next one. Who knows what I'll come up with next?